Hi and welcome to my channel. I don't usually talk much about myself, but this week marks the 1-year anniversary of the release of my first book, Sell More in 7 Steps, Survival Guide in a Technological World. And I wanted to take this opportunity to record the video I didn't dare to make back then. Facing a camera like now is not a small feat. In fact, I feel more comfortable at a conference with many people than alone in a studio with my phone recording my content. I guess it's like everything. As my dear Jose Emilio used to say, when you have spent 1,000 hours doing something, then and only then will you master it. But it was about time to create this content. Let's do it. First of all, I want to thank all my readers for their comments on the content and the expression of affection that they have shown me. All of this only reinforces my initial idea of providing education so that small business owners, small and medium-sized companies, and even marketing students can have a guide to help them understand a world where technology is playing a decisive role. And all of this is shared through my own experiences and maybe trying to use understandable language, avoiding all the jargon we use in marketing. So, in today's video, I wanted to tell you about point number 1, the why behind Sell More in 7 Steps. Number 2, the book's foreword by Andy Stalman. And least but not last, the 7-step method and the book's structure. So let's start. The why behind the book, as I mentioned it earlier, what drove me to write this book was to enormous lack of knowledge among freelancers, small and medium-sized companies regarding the most appropriate technologies to improve their results. Those entities usually have limited resources and tight budgets compared to large corporations, which make it difficult for them to access relevant information and advanced technological tools. On the other hand, I want to raise awareness among marketing students and other disciplines, inviting them to discover in this field of fascinating world full of professional opportunities. My goal is to show them the wide range of possibilities that exist in this discipline, which has an extraordinary track record and immense development potential. Unfortunately, I have been able to observe in the training sessions I regularly conduct in companies, business schools, and universities the huge lack of knowledge about these technologies and the strategies they accompany. Related to the foreword of the book by Andy Stalman, I'm very grateful for Andy's generosity in writing the foreword for this book. I know Andy on 2016 on a forum on Canary Islands that I was organizing there, and since there, for me it's been, an important person or reference in my life. So Andy, thank you again for your support when I have launched my first book. Relating the 7 steps method and the book structure, getting into the content, I have structured my book into 7 chapters, the 7 steps of the book. These correspond to an attraction marketing strategy, also known as inbound marketing, but explaining in an educational way with many examples and tools that will allow you to successfully cover each of the stages. Let's see right now the stages. The first step is understand and know your target audience better. So it means you know better your buyer persona, this way how we call them on marketing field, and understand which channels this buyer persona is using, how is its journey, from the beginner phases to the most advanced phases on our relationship, and so on. So I will tell you something about buyer persona and how to map this buyer persona and the tools to do it. The second step is very related to the first one. It's map their journey as a customer. The journey begins with the attraction of this person to become customer and then become a loyal customer. It is necessary to map all of those phases to accomplish one of the most important things on this strategy, inbound master strategy, that is to achieve the most appropriate content on the most relevant moment, with the right messages, right message at the right time to the right person. This is, the principles of inbound marketing, and mapping their journey is very, very important. The third step is related to develop a correct content strategy. The content is the fuel of any kind of marketing strategy. So you need to focus on creating this content for any of those phases. Content could be related to, to advertising. Content could be related to a video for a YouTube channel like this I'm right now producing, or maybe a blog, and so on. That's very important because we will use all of this content to impact our buyer persona in all of those phases. The fourth step is to position your digital assets. It means that it's necessary that you will start some kind of strategies, addresses to be found on search engines such as Google, Bing, and so on. That's so very important, because if not, you are not visible for the world. The fifth step is to have an ad strategy that increases your chances of capturing and converting to customers the traffic. So meanwhile, the fourth step is not ready because it takes some time. It's necessary to be focused on the ad strategy to drive traffic to your channels. The sixth step, it's very important. This is the engine behind the scenes, behind the curtain. That is the automation of all of those processes. Automation, not even or just on the first phases of attracting leads, but also in all of the phases of the journey mapping to give our customers the appropriate message to the right time, the right channel, and so on. That's very important. It must to be scalable, because if not, it's impossible to start this kind of strategies. And the seventh point, the seventh step, which is very important, is to measure your results. If you cannot measure your results, you can do the fine-tuning for all of the other steps. Both on my blog and on my YouTube channel, you will find these 7 steps, explain it in some detail. But if you want to dive a little deeper, just get the book. We are entering in some kind of tumultuous times where automation technologies and artificial intelligence are going to change the way we interact as entrepreneurs, employees, and customers. As I mentioned it in my book, the companies and professionals who get to work and understand these changes will prosper. Those who don't will have serious problems competing and ultimately surviving. You can find my book on Amazon, both in English and Spanish, in paperback or Kindle format. And if you have Amazon Kindle Unlimited, you can read it for free. I also invite you to download my methodology for free. I'll leave the link on the description on this video. All I ask in returns is that you register on my blog, and you will also receive notifications every week whenever I publish new content that I hope will be useful to you. So, thank you very much for being here. I'm sorry for just talk about myself today. It's not usual, but it's something that I have to do to promote my book. It's more easier, to write a book than promote it. So it's necessary to create this kind of contents.